attend today's masterclass. Me, Irfan Makbul, is warmly welcome you here on my class. It will be very exciting for all of us, inshallah. So we will start sharp at 5 o'clock. So everyone is joining here. We are very excited. You all are welcome. Please keep raising your questions and queries so that we can address and talk more interactive way. The chat is open. Dr. Tuba, very warm welcome to you. Thank you very much for joining and taking your time out of your very busy schedule. I am highly honored and obliged, and I am sure that I will be able to deliver something very important and valuable to you also. So anyone who is joining, please use the chat column and do leave what is your requirement. How do you want me to go and give you something valuable which can add to your life? Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, we have Faizan Khalid also. Hello, Faizan. A very warm welcome to you. All the way from Lahore. Hi. And Adnan Bashir, one of my very good student, a regular student, he's also here. Hello, everyone. Hope it will be a very interactive session and you all will enjoy this session. Please feel free to ask the questions so we can add value, and it is a mutual learning session. Instead, this I am just giving you what I want. So I want that you should ask what you want. I'm sorry, but here with me it is okay. Wow. The list is increasing. We have Faizan. Akib has also joined. Hi, Akib. Hello. Akib is also one of my very good students. I've been teaching him and coaching him personally on business related issues, and I'm sure that he has learned a lot from this. Welcome to all of you, and I'm sure that it will be a very healthy session, and I'm sure that you will be able to learn a lot from this session. Please do ask your questions because great leaders ask great questions. So this is one of the basic things I'm going to give you, that if you don't ask questions, you're not going to grow. So if you want to have a speedy growth, you must ask the right questions because your brain is functioned and tuned and groomed to give you the answers for a good question. So we have 6 more minutes to go. I hope you all are as excited as I am today, because this is going to be nice. I'm sure that you all are here to learn something, and this is the first step you have taken for your personal growth. All of the time we are spending money, and we are going to different places to learn mathematics, sciences, but nobody is ready to spend few $100 or maybe reals to learn about the personal growth. And if all of you have spared your time and you are here today, this exactly means that you have a burning desire to learn something and to grow higher. So I'm sure that this interaction will further add to that power, and we will try to energize you more to move forward in the right direction. We have 5 more minutes, and then we will start, because everyone has a very precious time. So we will adhere to the timings, and I don't want that anyone should wait because of other. So we have a good number of participants today, and it will be a very healthy session, I'm sure. One of the best things of having a lesser audience is that you can give individual touch to everyone which is participating in your webinars. So you can add value individually to others, and that is how it becomes more exciting and more interactive. Oh yes, here comes the first question, very interesting. The question is, how can I overcome my fears of losing my income? Excellent. We will address that. Let me write it down. We will answer it, but let me start for the first hour that I will give you a bigger prospect of how to live an intentional life, and then we will go to the individual question. Yes, I'm noting it down, and yes, I will answer it, but let me speak a little about what is intentional living, and then we will touch three main core areas. The first is your career management. The second is your personal financial management. And third one will be your relationship management, because these three things are the core things which compose and make your personal life. So we will going to talk about it. So I am so excited. If you have any other question, please shoot that. So I note it down, and then I give you the relevant answer whenever it is time. So we have a question here also. Akim has also asked, what are the very first steps to start business? Okay, this is not business mastery class, but I will definitely answer you also, Akim. So we have 3 more minutes to go, and then we will start with living an intentional life with Irfan Makbul. I am very happy and delighted that you are here. So today's session will be masterclass on intentional living, and I'm sure that you all are excited to be with me on this journey. Uh, I'm I'm not sure that I'll be able to deliver what you exactly want, but if you keep on giving me the questions that affects your life, it will be more interactive, and I'll be able to add more value. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are here on the masterclass of intentional living. I'm so excited and obliged, and I'm your friend Irfan Makbul. I'm sure that you are here today to learn and grow together. So let's be in high energies that you are going to get something valuable from this webinar. 2 more minutes to go. Let's wait a little for more colleagues who are joining us, and then we will go for the webinar. I'm, I'm looking at the chat also, that if you have some question, you can just give me that questions, and then I will start answering them one by one after delivering. The first hour will be dedicated to the discussion on what is intentional living, how we can go for intentional living, and then second hour we will spend on the question answers session. And if you want that, I will be little lesser than, so we can have more time for the question answers. But feel free, you can ask questions, you can stop me anywhere in between. So it is more interactive, and I give you what is your requirement today. Last 1 minute, I'm sure that there are few more people who are coming today, because 39 individuals registered for webinar. Ooh, it is such a big number, and I'm sure that most of you will be also able to come on this webinar, and it will be very exciting today. Last 1 minute, let's hope that others don't miss the initial part of it, because this is going to be really exciting. Okay, so it is the time. Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to you all here on the masterclass on intentional living. I am your friend, I am your mentor, and I am your instructor here today. My name is Irfan Makbul, and I belong to Pakistan. For last 20 years, I was working as project manager on various projects, and my life was an ordinary life, like just one of you. And I was always concerned about how I'm going to do when my liabilities will grow, how I'm going to do financially, how I'm going to do in my career, how I'm going to develop and give more time to my relations. And these fears kept on haunting me because I did not have any intentional plan to move forward. In year 2011, I was doing my one of the prestigious courses in Pakistan, and then I could not perform well in my course. And the last day of the convocation, I was standing there with my friends, all those friends who spent many years with me, and they did good and they obtained good grades. So they were standing beside me, and once the convocation was over, once I turned back, there was no one. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there was no one standing by my side because I could not perform well. The things were segregated. I was different on that day. Even my best friend who brought me to the university, he left me in sheer exuberance, and he went enjoying his success in the course. So gathering all my power, gathering all my strength, I started walking down the road towards the gate, exit gate of the university. And I was just thinking what I'm going to do, how I'm going to live, how I'm going to face my friends, what I'm going to tell my family, how humiliated I will feel once they will know that I did not perform well. I did not blame anyone. I did not blame myself even once, but I was always blaming the environment. I was blaming the university teachers. I was blaming my friends, colleagues. I was blaming the items, my laptop, my computer, that if that would have worked, I would have performed well. But I never blamed myself. And thinking all this, I was walking down the road towards the university exit gate. And on that university gate, we have a small stream. And I started relating that stream with my life, that once I was young, it was so excellent view that there was water flowing in that stream. And it was a very soothing effect once we used to see that small stream running down with water jumping and very beautiful soothing sound. But today it is empty like me. Today it is sheerly empty like me. And that stream resembles my life today. It is as ugly, as disgusting as it is my life. And thinking, relating that, I just reached the college exit gate. By that time, I was certain. I was certain to do something great. I was certain that what I need to do, and I took the right decision of my life that I need to work on myself instead of working on the environment. That day, I decided and took a decision that instead of controlling the uncontrollables, I will try to explore myself. I will try to explore and energize myself. And I will do everything which is in my power and not to bank on those things which are not in my power. So that was the start of my intentional living. And then I did my master's, uh, I did my diploma in disaster management. Thereafter, I strongly got motivated, and then I did masters in project management. Then I did my master MS in human resource management. The quest was never ending because I wanted to do more. I wanted to do more, much more than ever before. So that was the struggle. Thereafter, I did my project management professional certification from USA, certified associate project management for USA. And then I got involved with the John Maxwell team because I realized that whatever I am doing is for my benefit, not is the time that I must give something to you also. Yes, because once we will grow in this lecture, you will realize that everything you do for yourself will not matter, but everything or anything or even a smaller thing you do for others will matter for you. So it is not every time about you, but it is always about others, helping them, contributing them, adding value to them. So the first thing that we are going to talk about today is that what are the emotional needs and why we do what we do, why we are living in such a poor state. What Fadil has said just now that I have fear. So what is this fear? So I'm going to talk first of all about the fear, and then I will relate it why we do what we do. The definition of fear as explained by Tony Robbins is that fearful emotions include everything from low level of concerns and apprehensions to intense worry, anxiety, fright, and even terror. So if I explain one word, what is fear? It is just uncertainty. If you are certain, you don't have fear. So why don't I have fear once I'm driving my vehicle? I just go out, I just switch it on, I just put on the gears and there I go. I don't have an intentional decision to make that I have to do this to drive. So all of these things are done automatically because I am certain that I can drive this car. But let's go back a little. Once you were learning the drive, was it the same? No. You learned it through hard way. You learn it through practice and practice and practice. And that is why you become an expert of it. You remove the uncertainty. You become so certain about yourself that you can do this over and over again, that now you are driving comfortably. And you are driving so comfortably that even you are using mobile sometimes also in this. So that is what we are going to talk. How we become so certain that we can do everything. That is we are going to. So there are 6 basic emotional needs, and 2 of them will tell you that where you stand today in your career, in your relationships, and in your financial world. So the leading 2 emotional needs will drive your life. And if you want to live an intentional life, you must be very clear that what emotional needs you are fulfilling and what are the 2 topmost emotional needs for your life. So if you know your emotional needs, you are going to fulfill them easily, quickly, and then you can move to the advanced stage also. So my aim today is to take you from where you are today to where you want to be in future. I'm not going to tell you a long story of 20 years or maybe 30 years. I'm going to just tell you the story of maximum 5 years, what you are today and where you want to take your life of your families tomorrow in next 5 years. So we are going to just focus on this. If you have any questions, please keep on noting because I am noting them down also. So the first emotional need, which all humans have, regardless of where they do live, even they are in Saudi Arabia, they're in Pakistan, they're in South Africa, they're in America. Every human has 6 basic human emotional needs, and we are going to talk about. The first one is called uncertainty. Once we enter in our professions, we want things to be uncertain. After college graduation, you are so excited to enter into the business world, into the university world, into the practical life, that you want things to be uncertain. You want exploration. That is your topmost priority. You want to explore things. You want to do business also. You want to do construction also. You want to be engineer also. You want to explore things at house also. You want to build your relationship with your friends and family also. So you are doing multiple things at one time because you are fulfilling one basic desire and emotional need, that is called uncertainty. So that is going to last for a few years once you are in the profession. But what happens next? What happened after 5 years or 4 years? Do you think that you will continue with that? Now, I once started my journey with the military. I was so excited to be part of military that I used to enjoy the travel and the journey and the interaction of the people from moving from one place to another, to another, to another. And all of my friends used to say, what is this common life? You have no life. You are all the time moving. But since I was fulfilling that desire of uncertainty, so I was so happy. I did not bother about moving because I was so excited about meeting new people, seeing new places, that it was fulfilling my desire of uncertainty. But after 5 years, it comes the second emotional need, which is called certainty itself. By certainty, I mean that you have to be very certain what you want to do. The canvas, which was much broader before me or before you, or the, as I know, few of you very well personally also, like Akib and Faizan, this horizon will be little lesser. You start focusing on what you want. If you are working in the construction industry, do you want to be a construction engineer, construction architect, interior decorator, or which field of construction you want? If you're IT, you want to be in marketing, you want to be in sales, you want to be an RF engineer, you want to, what you want to do. So what a broader perspective IT was there in your mind, now you are starting focusing and converting it to one specific thing. Similarly, in all other sides of life, you are also focusing on, you are just composing it down to few things: one family, marriage, one bike, one car, one house. From different perspective, travel larger to see the world, to be a specific, to have a house in Riyadh, to have a house in Lahore, Islamabad. You are getting certain about things. You want to get settled at one place because you are fulfilling the second basic human need, which is certainty itself. And then comes the most favorite, most what I say that in the world it is most widely met human need, that is significance. Now every human want to distinguish itself. Why? Because we all by virtue want to be different. And this is not what is a negative instinct, because Allah Ta'ala has created us different. Now God has given us so much of uniqueness that every human is different. And Allah Ta'ala has so great system of uniqueness that He has generated every human with a unique biometric identification, and no even two brothers are same. But once we come in the world, we started comparison and we started a fight of significance with each other. Buying a heavy car, buying a big business, buying a big bungalow, wearing expensive clothes, keeping a very expensive out of proportion mobiles. These all fulfilled your emotional requirement of significance, which is third basic human need. But people don't realize that significance is a very short-lived stage. Because if you have new iPhone, maybe iPhone 7 or 7 Plus, people will appreciate you for a few weeks, few days. What happened next? Nobody noticed. So you are insignificant, and that insignificance creates fears, frustration, arrogance, because you are not meeting your or fulfilling your requirement of significance. So you tend to move toward the fourth emotional need, which is violence itself. So people move to violence. Why? Because they're not getting significance. They are not having something so unique that people around them motivate, appreciate them well. So they tend to move towards the fourth human need, which is violence itself. Because once you go in violence, you are so significant that people say, oh, don't go to him. He abuses. Don't go to him. He is not cooperative. Don't go to him. He doesn't make a happy team. So you enjoy that feeling. Because once people just start moving on the other side, and once you are entering into the corridor or maybe the office, then you realize that you are something very, very unique. And by no intentionality, you are fulfilling the requirement of significance through fears and through arrogance and through violence. But the good people, they always tend to move from third emotional need of significance to the fifth emotional need, which is called growth. Because if I was not doing well in one course and then I have done multiple degrees in the same area, then I am significant in again. If you have 1 million business today, then you generate 2 billions or 1 billion in another year, you are significant today. If you are not good in relationship and you are able to focus on your relationship, you are able to give them more time, you are again significant. So the best way and good people, and what I expect from everyone out of you is that you all should move from the third basic emotional need of significance to the growth. The best way to grow, what you have done already today, is that you should develop and spend some time on your personal development. Now, all of you must have taken out time, and I appreciate a lot that you have taken time to sit here, to listen to me. And this is the best investment you are going to do today, because today you have started investing in your growth, your personal growth, and you are not now standing on the third. You have already moved on the fifth requirement, which is growth. Now, every day, once you will remain connected with me or with our organization, Influence Leadership, or with any of the people who are around you giving knowledge, you are growing every day. Because it's not one day, it is every day. It is not one day which will matter in your life, it is every day which will matter in your life. As Sir John Maxwell said, that we overestimate what we can do in one day, and we always underestimate what we can do in many days. So you must invest in yourself every day. Every day means every day. It's not Sunday, it's not Monday, it's every day. It's not Friday, it is not Eid day, it is every day. You must invest in yourself, intentionally invest in yourself. Coming over to the last and sixth basic human need, that is contribution. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the highest level, and we call it art of fulfillment. You will always be satisfied, you will always be fulfilled only once you start contributing. And this is law of nature. This is Allah Ta'ala's order for all of us, that whatever He has given to us, we have to give it back to society. Just look around to your parents, just look around to the elders around you, what they are doing, whatever they accumulated in 50 years, whatever they've gathered in 60 years, whatever they are accumulated all their lives, they are giving it back to you. It may be in terms of advice, it may be in terms of financial assistance, it may be in terms of love. Whatever you have in your life, Allah Ta'ala has given you order to give it back to your society. And that is how the social fabric gets united. That is how people will like you. That is how people will know that you value them. And that is how you will start growing in your life and become significant enough. So these are the six basic emotional needs which every human is going to meet. And the top two in your life will dictate where you want and where you are heading towards in your life. I'm sure you people are enjoying. If all of you are enjoying, please write down something on your chat so I know that you are excited and you are learning something and I am adding some value to you. Okay, good, good. I'm getting a lot of responses. Thank you very much. Please feel free, and yes, do tell us that it gives me energy that I am doing something valuable for you also. And tomorrow, if you do something good, it will be contributed towards me, and I'll be at level 6 of leadership also, fulfilling my requirement of contribution. Okay, thank you, Dr. Tubad, from Fadil, Fezan, all of you, thank you very much. Yes, it is healthy and it will go more healthy. So don't try to leave this webinar. You still have a lot of time to go. Now, coming over to the second basic thing which we must all see. These are the 6 basic human needs you are fulfilling. Now, coming over, once we talk about the intentional living, there are 2 types of mindsets which every human has in the world. One is the mindset of scarcity, and one is the mindset of abundance. Now, the person with the mindset of abundance will always feel that he is healthy. He is having so much gratitude in his personality. His words are very strong once he interact with others. Whereas the person with scarcity mindset will always be tense, fearful, afraid, frustrated, because his life is always about weak words, weak society, weak relationship, weak financial management. So there are 2 mindsets, and we are going to talk a little more about this. The sarcastic mindset is developed once you are grown up in such a society where you are told time and time again that you can do what you are given. The risk is the biggest enemy. You are not going to take any risk in your life. Whatever God has given you, that is good enough for you. Settle for it. Do not strive. Do not take risk. Do not be over exaggerated. Do not go out of the way to get money or maybe wealth or maybe health. And if you are excited more about your personal growth, your environment will not allow you to move on. This is the mindset of scarcity. You are developing this mindset of scarcity when you are young. And every day you are told these stories by your parents, by your friends, by your colleagues, by your schoolmates, by your class fellows. And that is how you are raised. And that is how you develop. And once you come into the business world, this mindset will always remain with you, because 80% of the business is psychology and only 20% is skill set. Yes, I say it again, that 80% is business is psychology and only 20% is your mindset and your skill set. So we are focusing more and more on the skill sets, but nobody is going to change his mindset, because whatever mindset is developed, it takes a lot of time to reprogram your mind and to develop a new mindset from scarcity to abundance. Now, the people with abundance, they will always be concerned about how they are going to invest, what they can invest, where they can contribute more. They will rise early in the morning, and after Salah, they will just start counting the blessings of Allah on them. They develop their mindset of abundance with counting the blessings of Allah on their hands in the morning. Just by laying down on the bed, just by staying on the bed, they start counting and they start developing the abundance in their life, what Allah Ta'ala has given them in abundance. From their eyes, from their hands, from their ears, from their family, from their... It is not that much that you should have a lot of money to feel wealthy, to feel fulfilled and feel abundance. Abundance is just an inner emotion. You can feel abundance while sitting in very remote area also. You can feel abundance while sitting on top of the world also. Why mountaineers go on the peaks? Why they are struggling all the way climbing hard rock, going up, spending days in the journey and just sitting and watching the world down, because that is the abundance feeling they get from them. Sense of achievement comes from them. It is not that they do something big. It is just that they add a little value to their life, to the life of others, to the people who are sitting with them, to the people who are surrounding them, and that is how they move on. So I'll just like to take one of the questions. It says that You know that we have altogether different social norms and cultures from American to Europeans, like our attitude and approach towards life. Do you really think that guidelines, lesson, and examples quoted by John Maxwell stands good for all of us? And I am all one of those ordinary men who's trying to control the uncontrollables and not working to control myself. Excellent question. Yes, the emotional needs we discuss, this is in relation with that, and I'm going to address that also. Now, John Maxwell has given this a very informative book, which is called 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. I'm sure that few of you have read it, and all those who have not read it is must book. Now, Sir John Maxwell is not dictating us any terms, conditions, or giving us some rules. He has given us the guidelines, 21 irrefutable laws. The laws are those rules, guidelines, which are applicable everywhere. These are the set of values which are infused in your life. And if you have these values, you are a person of influence. So if you don't have these values, people are not attracted towards you. And if you want to develop yourself as a leader, or if you want to develop yourself to a person where people are interacting towards you, people are influenced by you, people are approaching towards you, it is in connection with the highest stage, which I discussed earlier, contribution. That contribution comes once you're going to help others. It is not about you anymore. The first 5 emotional needs were just about you, but the contribution is not about you. It is rising above yourself. Contribution is all about others. It's not about you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is very informative to learn and know that whatever you do for others, even one small thing for some, it will bounce back in abundance to you also. Now, if I have just given water to few of the individuals, it is a very small gesture. But then if I have given or fed 5 families, the 5 families will give me the love for that, the prayers for that act. So one action has given me 5 responses altogether. So the laws are always applicable on everything. And there is a very famous law in this book, which is called Law of Legacy. The Law of Legacy says, if you die today, what people are going to talk about you will dictate your life today. So if you want to be a man or a woman who should be known by everyone in this life, then you should write your legacy today. If you die today, what people are going to talk about you? So that will give you exactly where you stand today. That was the benchmark of your personal growth. That you have standing here at level 1 or level 2 or level 3, and you have to travel 6 or 7 or more steps towards the legacy, where you are an aura of personal development, where people come to you that you can solve their problems, where you are taken as a problem solver, where you are taken as someone who can always contribute and add value to their life, where you are so certain to solve the problems and issues of others that people recognize it as your one of the biggest attributes, and you create a legacy. Now, why John Maxwell team has created almost 1.3 million leaders? Because they are not doing something for themselves. And that is what we are here today. Now, myself, Mr. Fadil, who's the main owner of this influence leadership, we are here to contribute something positive in your lives. We want you to develop, because whatever we have achieved, we have already done in our lives. Now it is time that we must raise to our lives to above ourselves and help your life to move from level 1, 2, or 3 to level 6 and 7. I hope I'm able to answer your question, because I can't see the name who has asked this question. But if you are satisfied, please say yes so we can move forward. Okay, So I think I have got the replies and we should move forward. Now, the third important thing I'm going to talk about, that why we do what we do. What is the motive behind everything? There must be some reason, some logic between few of the things. Now, let me share you a story, small story on this account. There were two kids in a remote village, and both of them were very good friends. One day, both of them decided to go out of the village and play and have fun. So they both went outside the village, and they were playing, and they were so thirsty that they felt that they should have some water from the nearby well. So both of these kids approached the well, and in a desire to see that how much water is there, one was peeping inside, and the small kid dropped inside the well. And then he started weeping inside the well, and the other was weeping outside the well. Now, one was shouting, "Please take me out." And the other was shouting, "Please help my friend inside, he is going to die." The outside child, he was running here and there, looking for someone who can help his friend. He was frustrated, he was fearful, he was so down that his friend has fallen down, and he wanted to help him in whatever manner he can, but there was no one around. There was no one around. So, in despite and desperate attempt, he just rushed back to the well. He threw that bucket inside with the rope and told his friend that, "You hold the wall and I pull this rope up, and let's try together. Maybe I'm able to get you out of this well." So, gentlemen, both of them tried, and they were successful in taking that kid out. So both of them were very happy that they jointly did something miracle, and they rushed back to tell the story to the village. And once they reached the village, it was almost afternoon, late afternoon, and going to be the evening, and everyone was worried where these children have gone. So once they narrated the story, nobody believed to them. Nobody believed them. And everyone shouted at them that you are wrong. You can't do it. You can't do it. You are wrong. It is not possible. You do not have resources. You do not have money. You do not have anything. There was nobody in that area. How could you do this? But the children insisted that they have already done it. And yes, they have done it. But nobody believed. So finally, all of them decided that they should go to some wise person to ask some logic how this have done, how this have been, how this occurred. What is the logic? How could they do it? How a child of the same age and same weight can pull the child of the same height and weight? So went to one of the wise person in the village and narrated him the complete story and told them that this is what happened, and these children are saying this, and we don't believe them. There is no logic that this child, small kid, can pull an equal weight from the well so deep, 50 feet, 60 feet. But the wise men said the children are always right. They don't lie. And whatever they're saying is absolutely right. They must have done it. The villagers, in astonished silence, they said, "We don't check or challenge them. But there has to be some logic. We don't understand that we men can't do it. So how these kids have done it?" So the wise man stood up on his feet. He looked at them deeply and said, "They have done it because you people were not there to tell them that they can't do it." So everyone who is living in his shallow life is not able to do what he wants to do because he or she is told the story again and again that you can't do it. You have to change your story. You have to trust yourself. You have to go to that place where there is no one to tell you that you can't do it. And that will be your intentional living. That will be the start when you will start changing your life. That will be the start once you will be changing the lives of others around you. That will be the time once you will start contribution, which is the highest emotional needs. I hope You have understood this, and what fears you were carrying, they are little removed. Let me share you another very interesting story. Let me see. There are so many messages. I can't see those. So let me see a little and just give me a. Okay, yes, good. So everyone is here on board with me. Good enough. There was one of the temples in the Nepal, and it is called Golden Buddha. The Golden Buddha was famous temple of mud, big Buddha in the center of the city, and it was a big tourist attraction. All of those from Buddha, Budmat, they used to go to Nepal to visit and have pilgrimage there. So once the population increased in the area, the town committee decided that we must shift this Buddha to some distant place, maybe to a nearby forest. We can cut the forest and place the Buddha there. So it is a new city inhabited there. And all the tourists, they will start moving to that, and we develop another city, which will make another tourist attraction and will contribute towards our economy also. So the decision was appreciated by everyone because everyone was so frustrated because of so much rush in the small town of Buddha. So they appreciated that, yes, a new town should be built. So we will get the money, we will get the jobs, we will get the economy, and we will have more business. So with this idea, they all gathered together on one of the day, and they decided that one of the cranes should pick this Buddha, place it on the trawlers, and then we will shift to another new place, new home for Buddha. And then we will have another city built around it. So it was a good plan, and everyone was sitting so excited. The complete village, the tourists, they gathered on the same day, and they were sitting together to watch this historical move of Buddha from one place to another. So as soon as the crane operator start lifting the Buddha, the people, the archaeologists, they saw that there are cuts coming on the Buddha. So it was a historical piece. Everyone got worried. And there was a huge outcry from every side. And people were so desperate that Buddha is going to destroy, you are going to break Buddha. So there was so much voices from all these sides that the crane operator got so confused that his hand stuck with the handle and the Buddha dropped down. 2000 years old Buddha, it was down, broken, and everyone was in a shock. What they're going to do, how they're going to live, what will be the fate of their business. If there is no Buddha, why people will come to our village? And all the dust was in that area, and everyone was in a shock. And once the dust settled, everyone again got shocked. Because in that 2000 years old mud Buddha, there was a pure gold Buddha hidden in front of everyone, but no one knew for 2000 years. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the lesson here is that you also have a golden Buddha inside you. But the dust of the environment and families and society has made you so weak that you are able to see only the dust outside, but you're never able to see inside. And the others have never seen your true potential because you are never able to extend that potential to the others. So awaken the golden Buddha inside you. Awaken the giant within you. You have golden Buddha inside you. You have so much potential. Explore it, exploit it, and take your life to the next level. And that is what is all about intentional living. Now, how to do this intentional living, how to change my life, how to grow myself from level 1, 2 to 3 to 5 to 6. Now we are going to talk something about that. Now, 3 decisions that change your life and destiny. There are 3 main decisions which change your life. Number 1, focus. Anything you do in your life, you must be very clear about what outcome you want out of this activity. Now, if you want to move your life from level 1 to level 5, how do you see it? What you want from your life in 5 years of time? How do you see it? What is your outcome? If you are a businessman, what business you want? How much you want? What is the picture of business at level 5 or 7 or 6 where you want to take your life from today to tomorrow? What outcome you want from this? You should be very clear about this. And then you should focus what you want from this activity. If you are moving in your health, what outcome you want from this health activity, how you are going to focus your health, how many exercises every week, every month, every year, how many sessions of gym training you want. Be very clear, develop a very clear picture in your mind. And it is not only enough to develop the picture in your mind, but it's also important to develop the picture on paper and then paste that in your front wall where you study, where you are in your office. Just place it down here. So you see it every day and you know where you are today and where you are tomorrow. So the first thing in your life to move on in intentional living is what you are going to focus on, what I am giving to focus on. The focus gives you the emotional feeling, which we discussed earlier, because your top two emotional needs will dictate what you are going to focus. Now I give you a small example that if you are moving in your relationship, you must focus on what outcome you want, how many friends you want to make, how many friends you can keep, how many friends you want to engage every day, every week. This is very important, especially in the business and marketing world, because once we go to the business world, we require more and more customers, but our focus and outcome is not clear. The outcome is not decided. It is not challenging. You have not put your brain in an environment where it gives you solutions instead of questions. So the first thing in intentional living is that you must give your brain a clear picture and what to focus on. Now let me tell you that a small exercise, a very small exercise, that once I tell you that you have to travel from Rawalpindi to Karachi, what comes in your mind? And for those who are in Riyadh, if you have to travel from Riyadh to Dammam, just in 1 minute time, just please note down whatever comes in your mind. Whatever comes in your mind. Take a minute, and you have the question here is what all comes in mind once I tell you to move from Riyadh to Dammam, Riyadh to Dammam, Islamabad to Karachi. Take a minute and please write down in the chat what all comes in your mind. Excellent, excellent. Yes, somebody has said the by road, by train, by air. Good. Someone has said the drive. Good. Please write down whatever comes in your mind, because this is going to help you. I don't want to give you my solution. I want that you should give me your solution, because this is your life. You have to move it forward. So keep on writing whatever comes in your mind in 1 minute. We have still 30 more seconds. So whatever comes in your mind, once I tell you to travel from point A to point B, from Riyadh to Dammam or Islamabad to Karachi, whatever comes in your mind. Yes, excellent. Somebody has said that the car is in working condition. Okay, good experience. What was the last experience? Excellent, excellent. I am very happy that you all are very involved with me in this journey. Yes, somebody has said time. What is the time requirement? Excellent. Somebody has said the car is working, these resources, the learning experience. Yes. Now, the point here was that once I said that you have to move from Riyadh to Dammam or Islamabad to Karachi, I've just given you the end. And your brain has given you all the possible solutions related to that one small journey. So in your personal life, what is your Karachi or what is your Dammam? Have you ever written or felt or thought or written it down? I'm sure that most of you will answer it no. Yes. The first answer came as no. Yes. Let's have more answers. I'm sure that you have never done it, because if you would have done it, you would not have been sitting here in my webinar. Because you have not you the desire to grow comes once you are not doing something extraordinary, because your feeling of significant is not there and you want to be significant enough. So just by giving one end, you have everything, everything available in your mind, which is required for this journey. But once in come your financial world, have you ever thought what is your lifetime economic requirement, financial requirement? No, you must have never calculated it. Once it comes to your personal life, what is your career goal? The final outcome, where you want to be? No, you have never done it. In your relationship, have you ever decided the final outcome? No, I'm sure you have never focused so much on this. But today, you have moved your life one step ahead, because the realization is the first step towards the growth. Now, coming over to the second step after focus is what meaning you give to that activity. Now, if I am focusing on the road accident, I was moving from there. I saw yesterday a road accident, a very bad road accident. What meaning you give to that activity? Now, if your meaning is that it is a bad accident, someone has died, that will generate a different course of actions thereafter. Now, if your outcome in business world is to have money, now your actions will not see that you are doing legal or illegal things. This is the difference between intentional living and living a life without a purpose. Because once you are living an intentional life, you exactly know why you are doing it, what is the motive behind it, and how you are going to improve your life. Second thing was what meaning you give to that activity. So if your outcome was to develop $1 million, $1 million or 1 million real business, your actions will be related to that. Now, if your business is only revolved around the money, so you will get only money. But if you are going to develop a family business, your outcome is to have a famous brand. Now, our outcome in this activity is that we should have a leadership academy where we can train the people. It's not that only outcome. The outcome is to generate a Middle East leadership training company where everyone can come and we can train them in the 21 irrefutable laws of leadership, in the passionate life, intentional living, how to create a personal financial goal, how to develop in project management skills, to equip you with all those activities which can contribute to your life. Now, most of my students, they are females because they have more problems in the brain related to their family issues. We also address them. We have a webinar which is relationship building. So soon we will be launching that also. That how we are going to improve our personal relations. Now, coming over back to the place, that second most important thing which makes your life better is what meaning you give to that activity. Because first thing was outcome. The outcomes have generated the meaning, what you want. Now, once I was going to some of the place, my crew told me that, sir, don't go there. There will be only 3 persons available to listen to your lecture. It's not worth it. You are going to spend more money in traveling, staying. I said, no, I will go because my outcome is to develop my company. My outcome is to contribute something in your life. My outcome is give something to those 3 students. And if I am able to give them something, I am fulfilling my outcome, my requirement. So my meaning was different. My meaning to this activity was contribution. His meaning to this activity was financial issues, finance, money. And then the third thing comes that once you have clear focus, once you give it a positive meaning, then you come to the right actions. because your outcome, your meaning will generate your actions. Now, if I said, if you're in your business, you want to create a 1 million business, so it does not state that you have to be ethical also. You can generate 1 million by smuggling also, by doing some wrong acts also, by negating the business ethics also, by negating the personality traits also. You can earn it once, but you cannot generate a long-term relationship with your customers. So to have that trust, mutual respect, you have to have a very clear outcome. So if your outcome is decided as that I want to develop my brand, so your meaning is something different. It is to do everything to customer. It is to do everything, every action, everything to help them. So they acknowledge you as a brand. They remain associated to your brand. And that is how you develop a long-term relationship. But if your outcome is just as a leader, as a owner of a business, your outcome is that to have money, then your actions will be something different. And that is what is going wrong in most of the businesses, because they do not decide the clear outcome. One of the most important thing, as most of you are interested in business coaching, is that it is not important to have a vision of the business or to have a clear outcome. It is also important to share that vision with the others who are your team members. Because if they don't buy your vision, your outcome, they are not going to do what you desire out of them. So these are three important stages which will set your life to a next level. First, focus on the outcome. What outcome you want from your life, your activity, your business, your health. Second, what meaning you give to it. And third, most important, the actions out of the activity, which will automatically be in line with this. Now, most of my students ask me one typical question, that how to overcome the fears. And one of my friends has also asked me this question in the beginning, that how can I overcome my fear of losing the income? Now, what is fear? I said that fear is just uncertainty. You become afraid once you are not certain. And coming over to the answer of this, how can I overcome my fear of losing my income? The question can be answered very simply as that how you have learned the language, how you have learned to drive a bicycle, how you have started walking, or because few of you are married also, how your kids start walking. Do you stop him on the first go? Have you ever seen some kid or some parent that's a small kid has started walking and he has dropped and you have said, oh, no, just leave it. Just leave it. You can't do it. You can't do it. You just sit around. You are not good for walking at this time. I'm sorry, you don't do it. You hold his hand. You give him a walker. You put him in a situation where he is supposed to walk. And he's walking and walking and walking. And he tries and tries, and then the mothers and parents and fathers, they are encouraging him. So this is also the rule of life. If you are entering in the business world and you have a fear that you will lose the money, just remember this example, how you have learned to walk by trying to do it again and again and again, by learning more and more and more how to drive the bicycle, by watching the videos of how to do a successful business of your field, by sitting with the community who are doing it, and then finally the mentorship, going to someone who has already accomplished so much higher in your field. So if you start copying him, this is the easiest, quickest way to accomplish any success. So if you have fear of losing, the only answer is do it again and again. Do it so many times that you are not afraid. Yes, you should have a right strategy. Yes, you should have right tools to do it. Yes, you must learn the new techniques to remain involved. There is a very famous book of John Maxwell, which I always read again and again, which is called Failing Forward. It is a new concept. It is a new concept. It says that failure is not opposite of success. It is part of success. How Warren Buffett has developed such a big business. How Warner Brothers developed the first aeroplane. Do you think that they have just done it over the night? They went into their garages and developed some aeroplane on one stock market legendary business? No, they failed many a times. And in modern world, we teach that at least out of 10 attempts, you must be ready to accept 9 or 8 failures. If you have success in 6, you are the most proficient man in the business, and you must rush towards your goals. But you must be ready to accept. Now, this is what is I said, that uncertainty. You are not clear that you are going to succeed in your business. This is the fear which is giving you, and that is the fear which will stop you from moving into that business world or into that direction or into entering in that field. I want to be a doctor, but I'm afraid of losing that I can do it or I can't do it. I want to be an engineer, but will I get the job in Saudi Arabia or not? I want to start a business, but will I be able to influence or not? Forget it. Forget it. Accept the failure as part of your journey. You are going to fail 10 times. Make it a ground rule. I'm going to fail. I'm going to fail. I'm going to fail. You're going to fail 8 times. You're going to fail 9 times. Then you are going to pass one time. And that one time will make you successful man. Now, there are 2 types of humans in world. One are called pessimist, other are called optimist. The pessimists, they are excellent. They are excellent. They do only 3 things. They function, they work, they plan, they consider, they work, they plan, they consider, they meet, they learn, they consider. They're doing everything. They just attempt 3. They are successful on only 3 times. On the other side, the optimist, he's very optimist. He seeks the opportunity. Wherever he gets the opportunity, he's rushed towards them. He explores the new businesses. He explores the new countries. He explores the new avenues. Wherever he's getting the new ideas, he's reaching out to them. And he's failing again and again. Yes, he's failing again and again. But he attempts 10 times. And he's successful only 2 or 3 times. But in a longer run, the study shows that the optimists, they always win because they attempt 10 times and they win only 2 times, where they are learning 8 times greater than what pessimists are doing 3 times. They attempt only 3, they learn only 3, whereas optimists, they attempt 10, they win 2 times, they lost 8 times. I'm sorry, there is some problem. Let's hold on for a while. Just give us a 1-minute break. Okay, so I am back on air. Yes, I hope you can see me again. This light has disturbed my flow. Okay, now I'm sorry for this. I apologize. This is what is Pakistan, so we are not sure that when we are going to, and this is failing forward because this is the first failure I have met, and I have learned that I must install a generator before start of the lecture. So this is how we learn. Okay. So we go ahead with this. See, the study has shown that the optimists, they're always winning. Now let me tell you that you all were kids once upon a time. So just look back to your world where you were in your 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. Now the kid, he is doing everything. He's not bothered about what he is doing and what people are saying and what others are looking at him. He's just doing, he's enjoying his life. He's jumping on the bed. He's jumping on the sofas. He's striking his head with the walls. He is doing all kinds of things. He is even putting his hand inside the switch, exploring the new things. But once the same kid, it rises, it becomes a man or an adult, he can't do it. Even if there is nobody, he can't do it. He is so much confined in those boundaries that he can't think across them. He can't look on the other side of the wall. This reminds me of a great story. There were two, most of the stories are with two friends. They were two good friends. They were always walking together to the school. And on their way, they used to see a wall. They were very poor. And every day used to see that what is on the other side of the wall. And if we have money, we will see someday what is on the other side of the wall. If we have money, we will go someday on the school on car or a bike, and we will stop here, climb on it, and look on the other side of the wall. They kept on talking this every day, and they reached to the 10th standard. And once they were in the 10th standard, one day one of them said, "It's more than enough a life we have wasted. Why can't I climb on your shoulders and see what is on the other side? Let's finish off this excitement and surprise of every day." And both of them stopped there. One of them climbed on the shoulders of the other, and once he saw, he was amazed. There were bags full of gold and silver on the other side of the wall. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there is a lot more in this world than you have ever thought, but you have to stretch for it. This is an abundance world. This is an abundance world. Everything is around you. You can do it. You can get it, but only if you move out. Only if you come out of your comfort zone. Only if you strive. Now you have taken the right step today, that you have been here on this, listening to me, having an urge to develop yourself, to change your life for your family, yourself, your kids, to give them a better future for what you have, what you are, and what you are going to have. So you have everything inside you. Only you have to see what is on the other side of the wall. Now, what I said, that mindset of scarcity, that doesn't allow you to leave your comfort zone. Whatever that God has given you, that is good enough. It is the mindset of scarcity. So to move in your life ahead, you have to develop a mindset of abundance. You should have faith. There is more. There is more. God has given you a lot of opportunities. You have to seize those opportunities. Whatever you are getting today is because that you have not stretched yourself to the limit. Now, I know most of you, what you were 10 years before are not what you are today. Now, I was sitting at a very remote place where I decided that I want to do this John Maxwell. And my mind also told me that you do not have resources. You do not have money to pay. You can't get the leave. You can't leave your parents here in Pakistan. How will you live there in Orlando? How you are going to afford that? But I said, this is what I want from my life. My outcome was very clear, that I have to be certified John Maxwell speaker. I have to do it. I gave it a positive meaning that if I am certified, I can contribute more. I can rise above Pakistan and I can become a global leader where I can contribute. And today I am fulfilling that need. Now I am achieving that. And you can see it on my face, the level of energy I have. Because once you fulfill your dreams, there is nothing beautiful than that. So now I am going to talk. Yes, everyone is agreeing. It is so much excitement. Once I get feedback from you, it is really inspiring for me also that I want to do something more. Now, please, we are going to be over with our 1 hour. In the last thing, I just would like to say, before I open all of you who can come on and then shoot your questions, please feel free to ask the questions. The last thing I would like to say, that please trust Allah Ta'ala, Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Allah Ta'ala has made you a very distinguished person and sent you with unique identification. And He has also given you very special quality. You have to look for it. You have to look inside. You may be a businessman. You may be a good doctor. But it can't happen that you are an ordinary man. If you are living an ordinary life, it is your problem. This is an abundance world. This is an abundance world. And many of you agree with me that you are not today what you were tomorrow, what you were yesterday. So please, this is my teaching, that please stretch yourself, push yourself to the limits, test your inner selves, learn how to overcome your fears. I know it's difficult in the beginning, but then you will start enjoying this, fighting with your fear, emotionally, fighting your fear. Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. And the one word, if you learn it, your life is going to change. The one word, it is the gold I'm going to give you because you have attended my webinar today. I'm going to now give you a gold which will change your life. It is one word which is called decision. Decision is the ultimate power. Because if you look back in your life, whatever you have achieved in your life is because you decided that you want to do it. And whatever you have not achieved in your life is because that you have created so much logics. I will not say logics, these are illogics in your mind that you have not been able to reach to that decision. So your life will change once you will learn one thing, decision. I must do this. I must do this. I must do this. These are your goals. You have to do it. You have to take decision. Now I know one of my fellow who is attending my webinar. He's a good chef. He's an excellent chef, but he is not able to decide because he has so much fear. But people will talk about me. I don't have money. I don't have resources. How am I going to manage it? I don't have time. The failures are not because of lack of resources. They are because of lack of resourcefulness. This is one of the most important things. Remember this gold. Decision is the ultimate power. If you want to change your life, you have to learn this one word, decision, decision, decision. Repeat it 1,000 times in your day. So it is fed into your subconscious mind. Whenever there's a problem, your mind is giving you decision, not a question, not an answer. You must take the decisions to move ahead, to reach out, to help others, to learn more, to grow individually, flexibly. Now I'm going to give you one small exercise. I'm going to share my screen with you. We have one website which is called Wheel of Life. I would request all of you to go on this and write down your numbers where you stand today. Okay, where you stand today. So I'm going to now give you the website. Just a minute. This is called Wheel of Life. The life is composed of 6 basic components. So now most of you know only few parts of it, which is career, finance, or maybe, but I'm going to show how many things make your life. So you go, I'm typing it here on the Google because you know that if you want to search it later also, you are able to find. Go down, scroll down. This is called Wheel of Life. What is visible on your screen, this is called Wheel of Life. You can draw your own Wheel of Life. It is not difficult. You can draw your own circle, but this is an online tool available. So you can go on it, you can type on it, and then the assessment is also there. Now, this is the screen which is on your, this is the screen I'm sharing. This is called Ultimate Wheel of Life Interactive Assessment. Now, Wheel of Life is very important because you should know that how many core areas form your life. It includes 9 areas. Your health, your career, love, spirituality, religion. If you are not spiritual, you can say religion, family, money, fun, friends. These different things form your life. Now, I want everyone out of you, please go and give it number from 1 to 10, where 1 is the lowest and 10 is the highest. So in every domain, health, career, love, spirituality, or religion, family, please give it a number as this screen has given. So you can go down or click on this take the assessment on your laptops or computers or iPad, and then this graph will come to you. So take out 5 minutes and then fill it out, and then we can continue with the discussion. And meanwhile, if you have any question, please do ask. I have very excellent question from Adnan. Adnan is one of my dearest, lovely student. I'm going to share you the answer very soon. But we'll complete this wheel of life, and then we'll come back to your question, Adnan. So take out 2 more minutes, fill it out, or if you have not filled it out, you can just have your idea in mind. You can write down number on a piece of paper hurriedly, so we can continue with the assessment and how you can do it. Yes, thank you, Fadil, for giving the web link. So everyone can click on this web link in the chat box, and then you can straight away move on to the website. Yes. And once you have done it, please say yes. So I know that few of you have done it. Even if 3 or 4 have done it, we will move forward because we are running short of time, and I want that you should ask maximum question so we move forward. We have question of Adnan now left. If anyone else who has a question, please write down in the question box so we can have question answer session thereafter. I'm not sure if Vadil we can have their voice also so we can listen and have a more interactive session.
They can only use the chat. They can only use the chat.
Okay, no. Sir, thank you very much. My apologies. You have to use the chat or the question answer box for this purpose. Thank you, Fadil. Okay, so most of you have done it. So I'm sure that now you have got the idea that life is not about career or about finance or money. You have more different things also. Now, if you have reached a certain level in financial world also, you will never be fulfilled because your life is disturbed because your other components are not fulfilled completely. So there are 8 core areas. So in order to remain balanced in your life, to have a passionate life, you have to be intentional about all 8. Once you start your life in initial phase, you have to focus on your career, you have to focus on your money, you have to focus on your relationship or love maybe. But as you grow gradually, 35, you have to focus more on the religion. You have to focus more on your health. You have to focus more on your relationships. And that is how you prioritize and improve your life. But if you are doing something what you are doing in 20s, in your 40s, you have already wasted 20 years. Now, most of the people who are attending this webinar, they are young people. One of the basic things which disturb you is what people will tell about me, what people will speak about me, what is the environment telling me, what restricts you from doing what you want to do. So in order to do anything you want in your life, decision is the ultimate power, I have told you. And then you can take on anything. But remember, gentlemen, you have to do something which fulfills your inner emotional needs. If you are not meeting your requirements, you cannot rise above yourself and then contribute to others. One of the important quotes I remember is that when I was in 20s, all I used to be concerned about is what others think about me. When I reached 40, I was least bothered about what others think about me. And once I reached 60, I was amazed to know nobody used to think about me. So this is philosophy of life. This is a lesson learned, that stop bothering about what others think about you. Because once you'll rise to my age or even thereafter, you will not be bothered anymore about them. But then you must have left a precious time. You have lost already a precious 20 years time. So that is what is personal growth. That is what is personal growth plan. Focus on the wheel of life, where you are today, what you want to have, 3 core areas or 4 core areas in next 5 years. If you are at level 1 in health or level 1 in finance, where you want to take your life in next 5 years. I say that I am at level 1 and I want to be go on level 6. Okay, good enough. This is my assumptions, my feeling, my planning. Then the next step is how you will come to know that you have reached to level 6 or 7. That is what we talked about, outcome. Very clear, tangible outcome. I will be at level 6 once I have 1 million business. I will be at level 6 once I have a company of 500 employees. I will be at level 6 once I reached out to Middle East. I will be at level 6 when I'm able to coach 1,000 people every year. Because there is always more, much more. There are people who are doing much bigger things in your domain area. So sit with them, enlarge your mindset. It is said that once you sit with the people who are bigger than you, they enlarge you. And once you sit with the people who are lower in vision than you, they make you feel small. They pull you down. They demotivate you. They drain your energies. So this is what is called law of inner circle. That once you start growing, that is what you have started growing today. Now, every day you have to remain interacted with those people who are also growing with you. Now, for this purpose, I have a Facebook page also where you can join. It is Lifehouse, the Life Architect. Most of you are already member of it. Those who are not, from my Middle East or Saudi Arabia friends, please join that. Lighthouse, the Life Architect is the page you must join. That is what is the inner circle. You will find people, like-minded people, who will always appreciate your efforts, who will motivate you, who will keep you growing, and who will be having accountability. Now, today, if you have done this, tomorrow they will ask you, what is your result of Wheel of Life, where you are, where you want to be, and then you can exchange your successes on this group also. Every day, once you have success, share with your peers, colleagues, they will share their successes with you, and that is how you will start developing a good inner circle that motivates you to move up instead of the environment which is restricting you to grow. Now I come over directly to the, now before I move on the Adnan question, there is very important thing I must share. Most of these people, they have always asked me that we get so much of anger. So I found a special answer and solution to this. The message of anger is that an important rule or standard that you hold valuable in your life has been violated by someone else. Now, this is my definition of anger. I say again, what is anger? It is an important rule or standard that you hold valuable in your life has been violated by someone else. So you get angry. Isn't that strange? If you truly understand the definition of anger, your rule, your so-called SOP rule, life standard has been violated by someone else, and you become angry. So if you are able to generate a counter argument that this is my life standard, not there, that is why I've said that always accept the variety. Do not go in the comparison. So if someone has different SOP, like if you are a father and you are an early riser, this doesn't mean that your complete family, brothers, sisters, and their families also have to wake up early in the morning. If you are habitual of coming late at home because of the business commitments or maybe some studies, this doesn't mean that everyone is doing the same. This is your rule. Maybe coming back late is not something odd at my place, but it may be different. So your values are your values, and you cannot enforce those values on my life. And my values are my values and my standards. So I should not expect that you will follow my values and my rules. So if you are going in a good relationship, so you must learn this definition of anger. And last time I must say it again. The message of anger is that important rule or standard you hold valuable in your life has been violated by someone else. Please, if you get angry on smaller things, remember this. This is a very, very life-changing thing. If you are able to develop this instinct in you that your rule is your rule, his rule is his rule, he may not be knowing your rules. So if he has violated, it's okay. It's not something big. You will not go in angry state. I hope it was valuable. Okay, now coming over to the Adnan. Adnan said that it is a very competitive world and there are so many people who are competing with one another. And you have said that one failure is okay. Out of 10 times, we can fail 9 times. How would you justify this in this competitive world environment? Now, this is a different subject that is we called finding purpose of life. We have still done the first step to be intentional about that we want to go something. We want to develop something, a life development plan, a life intentional plan from moving from one place to another. Finding a purpose is something different. It is the contribution stage. Once you reach to the contribution, you find what is your purpose of life, why you are here, what is God motive given to you, what is your rights, and what are your obligations towards society. Then at that particular stage, you have learned, you have gained knowledge, you have experience, you have money, you have everything. Then you start finding the purpose because you are not satisfied inside. You must know your purpose of life. What is your passion? What is that unique identification thing which Allah Ta'ala has, Subhanahu wa Ta'ala has given you? What is that attribute you are best? And I say that if your passion is your profession, you are never tired. You must have seen people playing football or cricket in hot summers, at afternoon, rising up early in the morning, going to the field and playing all day long. They're never tired because they're passionate to do that activity. But the same child, same kids, once they come back to the house and they're given books or they're told to study, they feel sleepy. Why children? They are never fed up from watching the cartoons because they have so much strong association and passion about this that they are never tired. So in this competitive world, if you are following your passion, you are never tired because it is your passion. How many paintings a painter do before he creates a masterpiece? It is in thousands. He is never tired. He is never out because he is fulfilling his inner emotional needs. He is following his own passion. He is not looking at the outside. He is looking inside. This is what is your stage. You have to develop yourself so higher that you are not concerned about others. That is, once you are growing, you are significant. And once you are significant, people will notice you. Now, I am sitting at a very remote area of Pakistan. But people from Saudi Arabia are listening me because I have developed something so unique that despite I'm not good in other things, I am good in this thing. I'm contributing them, I'm developing them, I'm improving their value. So you have to find your purpose and passion of your life. That is a later stage. We will have a webinar on it very soon. We will organize it. We will publicize it. We will give you an opportunity to launch your question and answer before that. And then we will do it because this is very in-depth dive of life. It is important that you learn to be intentional about your growth, and then we will start slowly developing you. Tomorrow, Dr. Tuba is also here. Please remain affiliated with us on Influence Leadership. Dr. Tuba is going to tell you how to motivate yourself to do the good things. Most of the things what you said, that if you fail, you are rejected. No, she'll tell you how to remain motivated, how to remain in peak performance stage every time, how to do something that gives you energy every day. You have to develop your own rituals. You have to develop your own lifestyle of giving energy to yourself every day. And that will come only once you are growing. That will come only once you are associated with people who help you to grow, who associate you and amalgamate you and gel you in that manner that stretches you up and up. And as I told you in the morning also, that if you are first in class, if you are always first in class, you are in a wrong class, because you are not stretching every day. You have to challenge yourself every day. You have to improve yourself every day. Now, if you are reading those books every day, you are improving yourself. You may be feeling sleepy. You may be tired every day after business or after work, but you are reading them. You are challenging them, and you are growing every day. That is what is all about intentional living. Today, you have learned how to be intentional about your growth, that you must do something to improve yourself. Leave the uncontrollables. Control your own self. What Allah Ta'ala has given you, must invest in that. Invest some money in developing your own personal plan. Invest some money in learning your personal financial plan. Invest some money in your own personal growth, as we have done it, as Influence Leadership has done it. And that is what is all about our group, our academy. We are going to be here to help you out, to contribute more, to help you to move from one place to another in so many areas. And people from Pakistan, this is the English version. We have people who are from Saudi Arabia, Middle East, and Gulf. We have an Arabic version also. So if you have a language barrier, please feel free. You can write in Arabic also. We have so many excellent speakers on Arabic side also. We will tell you how to grow from point 1 to point B. So remain associated, remain in this journey with us. So we will tell you every day how to do it, when to do it, and what to do it. And every day we will have something different for you. So that is how we will grow. And it is not one day journey, it is every day. Now, before I take another question, I must give you one very important rule, that is called rule of 5. No, excuse me for a while. The rule of 5 is very important in intentional living. The rule of 5 says that if you have an X, and if you have this tree, and you want to cut any big tree, take out your X and strike with this tree 5 times every day. Very simple. You have an X, you have a big tree, just strike 5 times, not 3 times, not 8 times, just 5 times every day. And every day means every day. Okay, I think few of you have missed it. So let me say again, the rule of 5 says that if you have an X, kulhadi, and you have any big tree to cut down, you have to strike that X only 5 times one day. And every day, if you do this activity, no matter how big this tree is, it will come down. This is rule of 5. Consistency is the key to success. If you want to develop yourself as a big leader, if you now, not developing leader is not something that you go out and start coaching few other people. You are leader at home also. You are leading your children. You are role model for your children also. You know, once I began my journey of leadership, I was so excited that I learned few things, and I just couldn't wait to go out and tell people that I have something very beneficial for them, and I must. And I started looking for people who could just give me 2 or 3 minutes, and I could tell them something valuable to improve their lives. But that is how things doesn't work. Always spend your time with those people who are intentional about their growth. Invest in those people who are ready to take on your advice. Do not run behind the people who are not ready to take your advice. Now, if we have any more questions, please do ask. We have still 15 more minutes to go before we conclude. And I haven't heard any questions from my friends who have joined me from Saudi Arabia. It will be better that if you give us few questions so we can answer you all. Fadil, if you have any question, please feel free. I'm here. We have 15 more minutes. No more questions? Adnan, do you have anything to say on this? Feel free, you can write on chat so we can all see it together. Okay, so I think we can conclude on here because most of you already have taken so intense lecture today that you people are so energized that you will do it. In the end, I would like to say just that in a small town, a couple was roaming and they were so much fantasized by, there is no voice. Can everyone hear me now? Yes, it is coming. Please check your own connection because others can see it. In a very small town, there was a couple roaming and they were so excited about the sightseeing, the village, the town, the layout, a very historical place. And they were wandering here and there and they were enjoying the scene. And the old man was sitting on the bench. The couple approached him and said, "Do you have belong to this place?" The old man said, "Yes, I have given my whole life to this place, and it is amazing to be here." The couple, in their sheer exuberance, said, "Is any great man or woman born here?" The old man replied, "No, only babies are born here. You don't become great in the beginning, but you start to become great. It is the journey which makes you great. It is not something you do today and you will become great. So you have been empowered to deliver. You have been given enough of the motivation to move your life from one step to another. You are responsible for your growth, the growth of your family. So please pick up your axe, swing it across, strike the tree 5 times every day, and just keep on telling me your success stories on my Facebook page, Lighthouse the Life Architect. I'll be there to help you in whatever manner you can, financially, emotionally, in your career. So please feel free, swing your axe, strike it every day, challenge yourself, extend yourself. That is the lesson I am going to give you today. That is all from my side. Thank you very much for giving me your precious time. It was a pleasure indeed to meet you all. Over to you, Fadil. Thank you.
Great, thanks for you, Brother Irfan. I really appreciate your time. We really appreciate your time. It was amazing webinar, and we all thank you for this amazing webinar. It's really powerful. I cannot
Thank you.
say
Thank you very
how
much.
much it's powerful. Thank you so much. Thank you all
Thank
for
you.
attending
Thank
this
you, everyone.
webinar. Thank
Allah
you,
Hafiz.
and you
Good
can
night.
contact
Bless you.
Mr. Irfan on this. This is his Facebook. You can contact him. You can take a lot from this guy, and really, 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 we appreciate your time. We appreciate you all. Thank you, and may
Thank you
Allah
very much.
save you all.
Allah Hafiz.
Thank you. مع السلامة.
Ma salam.